What's going on, partners? Today I'm going to introduce you to the California Board of State and Community Corrections, also known as the BSCC. This board goes around and inspects jails. They have minimum requirements that the state sets forth for every detention center that they have to abide by. They're also in charge of administrating and granting rehabilitation loans to local governments and community-based services. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play a video of the LA County Sheriff explaining one of the items that he found in his inspection.
The department and Men's Central Jail, we're absolutely committed to ensuring the safety and well-being of the inmates in our custody and ensuring each housing area of the facility contains clear sight lines unobstructed by linens or any other barriers. Through training, open discussions, frequent inspections, and reinforcement, we are in the process of completing a complete culture change in which the staff and inmate population understand and buy into the department's policies and its commitment to safety for all those who live and work at Men's Central Jail. Unfortunately, the practice of tending is a difficult challenge to eradicate and will take some time to completely resolve while making strides towards our ultimate goal in the complete elimination of tenting. We're also very focused on fulfilling in what we believe the board's primary objective regarding compliance, ensuring a clear visual inspection of each inmate while conducting safety checks. In the short term, the clear visual inspection may require staff to pull obstructions to the side and create the required field of vision, but we are absolutely committed to ensuring that this occurs through quality checks that are conducted on each walk and quickly come into compliance with the board requirements. And just as I wrap up, in really looking at this issue, which again, the goal is clear, we're going to comply. It's going to take a lot of work. But over the years, specifically during COVID, a lot of our inmates used blankets and other mechanisms to kind of give each other additional privacy, which our employees were.
So it sounds like LA County failed their inspection because the field of view for the officers was being obstructed. What inmates do is they just hang up blankets, they hang up towels, they make little tents so we can't see inside. Now that's a concern because all kinds of things happen, right? There could be a fight, they could be gambling, they can be using drugs, they can be hiding an injury. Now, the sheriff said that it's very difficult to control this. It's actually not. It is very simple to control this. I'm actually going to go ahead and play a clip so you could see how easy it is.
Yeah, and they're not allowed to keep the sheets up there for a long period of time. So an officer would come by or a sergeant would come by and they'll pull the sheets down. Not allowed to have the sheets up. That way we can't see what's going on inside the cell. He could be in there dead for all we know. That way we just make sure all the sheets are down. He's only using that sheet for privacy to use the bathroom. That's about it. Once he does that, completes that, he must take that sheet down. Or the officer will come by and pull it down.
So as you can see, it's actually something very simple to fix, but these boards and these commissions are not allowing us to be prisons. They're not allowing us to be jails. We can't hold the inmates accountable. If they're breaking the rules, they can't go to the hole anymore. They can't go to disciplined housing. Disciplined housing now is being considered inhumane. It's being considered a form of torture. Now, listen to one of the board members.
To say that that could be used as a weapon or whatever, as a formerly incarcerated person who sits on this board, I feel that it's my obligation to also say that blanket can also represent dignity. And that blanket can also represent warmth when the cell is really cold. And I just wanted to be able to say that also, that I think looking with the lens of centering human beings and centering people and thinking about what those blankets mean to the men and women who are incarcerated. So thank you.
Now, Ms. Norma is not wrong here. We gotta remember human dignity. In the video that I played, were the officers unreasonable? They seem pretty reasonable to me. Now, what I have to tell Ms. Norma is, as a prior incarcerated person, your responsibility is not to be talking about blankets and stuff that we can handle very easy if you let us do our job. Your responsibility as a private incarcerated person is explaining the dangers that you saw in there, the politics of a prison. Maybe you were in a jail or in a prison where that wasn't happening. I doubt it, but I know that you saw some inhumane stuff that happened within inmates amongst themselves. You know of gang related activities. You know that narcotics are coming into jails and prisons. That is your responsibility to speak up, because that's how people are getting hurt inside cement walls. And you're not saying anything about it. You rather talk about blankets. That's your responsibility? Blankets? Get out of here with this. This is all I got for you guys. Remember, this is the BSCC, a board of commission that I believe keeps dirtying the water and is endangering the people that are in prison in the state of California. That's all I got for you today. Remember to hold the line and hold them accountable.